What's up, y'all? We got some great news. Emmanuel Forbes and Quan recently just signed a deal. And, because of Emmanuel Forbes going in the first round, he got the most money. So he got 16.5 million, and that's over the course of 4 years. And Quan got 7 million over the course of 4 years. And I think those are decent deals. You get what you get. And, Quan also went in the second round. He's decent, and, he's good. He was that, it wasn't like, he had to wait too long. But, honestly, he can be used anywhere. He's a lethal weapon, you know what I'm saying? So he can be safety, cornerback, and he could probably be a linebacker. You never know. And, with the talent that he had and the positions he played in college, his coach said that, he can be used anywhere. And he's very versatile. With Emmanuel Forbes, on the other hand, he's a ball hawk, and everyone has said it. Ron Rivera, Martin Mayhew, even Jahan Dotson even talked about just the way he plays and how he is who he say he is. And, he really shown that the reason why they picked him first overall in the draft when it comes to the Commanders picking their first pick. And, people have even compared him to Trayvon Diggs. And, Trayvon Diggs in college, his stats didn't really, go crazy. He went second overall. Went in the second round. And that was mostly because his first season, he played as a wide receiver and he didn't get that much time. Of course, because he started as a rookie at Alabama. And, it's a little tough at Alabama. You got a lot of talent. And his second season, he transitioned over to defensive back. And, it was like he was being a rookie again, so he didn't get that much time. But then his third year, that's when he really got his opportunity to start. And, I think it was his game 6. I think they played against Arkansas or something like that. And, he broke his foot. And he already had, before he ended the season early, he already had like an interception, so you can already see that he was starting to get the ball rolling. So you can see it was potential there. But then his fourth year, he had 3 interceptions, and you really seen what he could do if he stayed healthy. And that's really where his talent really started to show. And that first year, like I said, he played wide receiver, but he switched over his previous year, so that's when really people were able to really see what he could do. And you can see it's a lot of talent. And, just to go back a little further, in high school, he played defensive back and wide receiver. So they already knew he could do both. And that was a great talent, to have. And honestly, Emmanuel Forbes is, if you ever seen any of his run backs for touchdowns, you can see that wide receiver talent. And his awareness is crazy, So you can see that he can do both. So that's maybe the reason why they compared him to Trayvon Diggs, and just the fact that Trayvon Diggs can, just tally up so many interceptions. And then, sometimes it's hard to transfer over from college to the pros and really, still present the same talent that you had. So, they both played in the same division. You both played in the SEC division. And those are very difficult divisions to play in. And, that's basically, you're playing at the top level with the top guys. And, Emmanuel Forbes was able to match up good with those people. And so was Trayvon Diggs. So when it comes to them getting interceptions, I guess that's another reason why, people feel like they kind of compare. And they don't just get interceptions. They get a dramatic amount of interceptions. And for, Emmanuel Forbes, he had 14 interceptions in 3 years, and he ran back 6 of them. So that's a phenomenal, bar to set in college. And I think Trayvon Diggs last year, he had 3 interceptions, but he also had a touchdown, and he really went off that last season. And he had to. He really didn't have another choice. And, this explains how good Emmanuel Forbes is. Emmanuel Forbes did 3 years. Trayvon Diggs did 4, and that was because of the foot injury and the fact that he decided to play wide receiver in his first year, and he didn't get to really prove himself at that point. So it's a lot that went into it. But when he went to the pros, Trayvon Diggs, he showed exactly what he could do. First year 3 interceptions, second year went off 11 interceptions and led the league in interceptions. So, and then recently this year he had 3 interceptions again. So he's able to really show his talent. And I think kind of why he regressed is mostly because I felt like he heard so many people talking about how many yards he was giving up, how many plays he was leaving out there, that I felt like maybe he tried to switch his game up a little bit. And every year defenses play different, so I think maybe the Cowboys had to play different a little bit, and it kind of allowed him to not be as risky this year. But either way, he's still a beast. 3 interceptions in the season is great. It's phenomenal. That's nice. That's decent. You stand on the team. And Emmanuel Forbes, he's a beast, man. And I just can't wait to see what he can do. And all the hype that he had in OTA and minicamp, and just thinking about the people he matched up with. He matched up with our best wide receivers. So by him doing that, and him still showing that he has talent, and then one of our best wide receivers, Jahan Dawson, coming out and speaking about how good Emmanuel Forbes is, gives you another reason why I feel like he's going to be great, And we got a long training camp ahead of us, and that's going to start next week, so next Thursday, and that's on the 27th, and I can't wait to see what happens. And it's going to be a long training camp, but I can't wait to just hear what happens. And man, I just wish that we had made it on Hard Knocks, because I felt like we would have got the inside scoop on everything, and just really get to see how the rookies are really developing, and really seeing what they're thinking about, seeing how it's affecting their family, and just everything. And then also the $16.5 million, just think about that. That's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And coming from the family that Emmanuel Forbes come from, where he got a lot of brothers and sisters, just imagine how they going just pick that man apart. And of course, when you getting money and you getting a lot of it, you're going to want to look out for your family. But he got a lot of family, honestly, and the money kind of ruin family, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes it make it better, but most times it causes a lot of confusion, and hopefully it doesn't for him, you know what I'm saying? And along with Quan Martin, you know what I'm saying, he got 7. That's still a lot. And man, I can't wait to see what Emmanuel Forbes does. And Emmanuel Forbes, compared to Trayvon Diggs, Emmanuel Forbes is faster than him, and hopefully it transfers over. Hopefully he's able to make a smooth transition and really go up this year. And I have Emmanuel Forbes getting 4 interceptions, and I think he can do it. And maybe run back 1 touchdown. But I'm gonna be realistic about my predictions. But yeah, man, I really think he gonna be that guy for us. And especially with our defense, it just goes so well, because we needed that. And Benjamin St-Juste, he don't have to focus on too much, because we also got, he don't have to be moved around to slot and then outside. He can just focus on the outside if that's where they decide to put Benjamin St-Juste. And we already know Kendall Fuller is going to be on the outside, so we know Emmanuel Forbes is going to start, because we need them turnovers, and that's why we brought him here. And we really need to go up this season, and we are. And we got a sneaky weapon, which is Quan Martin. And he's not sneaky, but I'm telling you, he a turnover king. You know what I'm saying? Him and Emmanuel Forbes, And, Quan Martin can get it any way. You know what I'm saying? No homo. But he can make those turnovers either way. You know what I'm saying? He can force fumbles or interceptions You know, he can do whatever it is. He can pass deflections. He can do it all. That's one guy that can do it all. And honestly, I wouldn't even call him backup. He's gonna be a starter. He's not gonna start, but in my mind, he's a starter because it's just like he literally can play any position. I'm sure he still has a lot to work on in the safety position because it seems like they want to put him in the slot right now. But man, like when it comes down to it, bro, like man. But I think Emmanuel Forbes is going to be the slot, and Benjamin St-Juste and Fuller are going to be on the outside. So it's going to be a good season, and I want to see Benjamin get that, all pro year. You know what I'm saying? I want him to go to the Pro Bowl. He said he's going to do it. Make it happen, bro. And Emmanuel is just straight to work, bro. Like even when he was getting drafted, like what he said on the phone, he just looked like a hitman, bro. Like the way he was on the phone with Ron Rivera, and he was just talking about how he's just gonna get straight to it. And I got you, yes sir, yes sir. Like it was just like, man, like, whoo, man, like he is who he say he is. He ain't doing too much talking, and I like that. I love when people don't do too much talking. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to hype it up and then you don't do nothing. But I think Emmanuel Forbes is going to do exactly what he says he's going to do, And he is who he say he is. And, man, I think we do have a great comparison to Trayvon Diggs. I think he is. But I think he might be even better. And who knows what he's going to do. But I know he's going to be great. And just hopefully, we can have a great season. And our defense is already looking sweet. And we got some great hitters. And I just appreciate everybody that's been supporting me this far, man. And definitely, if you feel like you want to donate to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. And thank you for making it this far in the video. I know I be rapping. But, I just be having so much to talk about. And I enjoy talking to y'all, man. And definitely subscribe to the channel, man. I got a lot more for y'all. And I'll definitely keep y'all updated.